So, I have a question for you. If you're already in the new year, I'm sure you're already having a happy new year, but I'm sure there'll be more chances to say happy new year throughout. Because I'm pretty sure every hour this game goes on, somebody's going to be at midnight and say hello to the happy new year. As we have ourselves some hockey. It's certainly a battle. Certainly a battle here. What kind of battle, you ask? Well, it's a good old fashioned division to close out 2025 for anybody who is still in 2025 with the Hershey Bears, who are who are pretty much the Packers of the entire league, with how many championships they won, and the Lehigh Valley Phantoms. Expect the players to want to be done with this game as soon as possible so they can celebrate the new year with their families. In fact, this is about Pennsylvania right here. Geographical rivalry. So I wonder how they're going to, how much they're going to go at each other. As I did decide on a January schedule, and since I couldn't do the Gargoyles last month, I'm gonna do 2 games for the Gargoyles this month to make up for it. Which for me also lines up as you can see that the next chosen game is gonna take place in 2 days. 2 days. And it's going to be the Ghost Pirates visiting in basically the only Canada team in the ECHL and the Lions. And because it's two teams I chose to cover playing against each other, they're both. This game will count as an appearance for both, which means I don't have to pick another Lions game to cover. I don't have to pick another Ghost Pirates game to cover. I can just substitute it out for the other Gargoyle game I haven't been able to cover. In fact, in the case of the Gargoyles, it was decided that they're gonna be the first team to get back-to-back appearances is against the exact same opponent because they play a series against one of their opponents. So there's gonna be 2 games of those series covered back to back. So how fun! Also, this Sunday it will be Ravens Steelers to close out the NFL season. Depending on how I'm feeling, I might talk about a basketball game here or there. Maybe. I don't know if I will yet. I do know if I do cover basketball, I will not be using this particular style of scorebug. I'll be using one that was already made, and I'll be using one that is already set up for default. But this style will come back for soccer. In fact, I should probably see how I'm going to implement it for soccer. Don't worry, we'll get back to the actual game itself, technical difficulty stuff. and whatnot. Let's see. I'll definitely need to convert everything. I'll definitely need to convert this to the format. I might be able to make something work. I am going to have to modify all of this. I think I'm going to mostly copy and paste. I think the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to mostly copy and paste the NHL one. Well, the hockey one that I have here. Where the points are here, the score is here, and the standings are here. Well, their record, that is. But here's the thing about soccer. The only way I have to figure out what to purpose these two down. Changing period to half is fine. That won't be a problem. It's with what I'm gonna do on the side things. I'll have some time to figure it out. I'll play around, see what I can do. Schedule is already out. I think everyone's gearing up for the 2026 season, the final season under the current scheduling format. They'll be switching to the more standard kind after the season. I think I am gonna replicate the hockey format in terms of the goals, the points, and the stand in their record. But I need to figure out the rest. I'll have to figure out the rest. But I am, but thankfully I already have the hockey format set up for a while. Carrying it over won't be that much of a problem. Maybe I can use that down there, use that spot there to indicate any cards handed out. Maybe. Yeah, I could do that approach. Or maybe I could use it to essentially indicate. Oh no way. Maybe I could use it to indicate that. The home team is designated on the left. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I got a whole other month to sort it out. So it'll definitely be something to keep an eye on. They're just showing the highlights before the game starts. They're just showcasing the highlights. So it is soon to be about time. And everybody's already announcing who their starters are going to be. And Trayvon Diggs got released and stuff. Oh yeah, they're gonna showcase teddy bears. They gotta showcase their earlier teddy bear toss. I'm just glad that the. I'm also glad that the CBA got agreed to and ratified between East AHL and the Player Association. Especially with how that whole saga played out. If I'm the players right now, I'd be demanding changes occur to the association. And I'd probably be wanting a new boss to actually sort things out. Cause Because if you guys don't remember how these things tend to work, it's gone to where unions aren't being unions, they're instead being corporate mafias. Control everything with their iron fist, leave nobody happy. No, it's actually rule everything with an iron fist, leave your representatives not happy. No, it's leave the people you represent not happy. People wonder for why I so many hate unions. It's because of all these stunts they pull. It's all because all the stunts that people that run the unions themselves pull. Just just try to increase their just try to take more money away from people who probably deserve it more. I'm more surprised that the whole thing hasn't been messed up by certain people yet. Just think. Wonder how long it'll be before the game actually starts. They're just talking and talking and talking and talking. There's no way there's a delay going on right now. So considering how some of these leagues are, it'd be the least surprising thing to see occur. Snap bans on candy and soda to start in 5 U.S. states? What the heck are you trying to do? What the heck are people doing to warrant a ban on that kind of thing? Aim for snaps. Like, I don't get it. Is it just an excuse to burn the snap thing into the ground yet again? To be fair, that probably would have been the least surprising news to have heard. Jeez, like, we get to talk about all this and we're still waiting for the game to start. So I can actually pull up who's in goal. They just won't stop talking and talking and talking and talking. There's no way the footage can be that far behind because it's completely live footage. They're just talking about starting goalies. Alexei Kolosov for the Phantoms and Clay Stevenson for the Hershey Bears. So Kolosov and Stevenson. Definitely a bout of struggling goaltenders. So expect a decent amount of scoring, I think. Now they're about to actually finally start. Been wondering about that. We gotta drag everything out for TV time. Drag everything out for TV. Yeah, drag it, drag everything out. Everybody loves it when you drag stuff out when you shouldn't. No, they don't. They really don't. I would know. Because I hate myself. You don't think the SEC is in a different league anymore? You're kidding, right? You don't say. Oh yeah, there's an NBA game going on right now. I didn't even bother putting the no games. I didn't even bother putting the list of games going on and stuff right this time around. It's gonna be the holidays. There'll be teams playing tomorrow, probably. Maybe. But regardless, I would rather let people celebrate the new year than let people in their own ways. So now they're finally about to get set. But the puck is officially under the wing. Yes, I gotta refresh the app when it happens. Well, they actually haven't dropped the puck apparently. Here we go. The box score is here. Yay! All right, Goldstubb and Stevenson, enjoy this mid-off. And are they gonna drop the puck? Okay, they finally do. The game's officially underway. Some quick action already in the Phantom Zone. They're wearing their all black jerseys this time. Just so you know. Whereas, I don't know what kind of real jerseys those are supposed to be for Hershey, but they don't exactly look good. I wonder if I can identify any Stingrays players that are on there. Maybe. But the back and forth continues. Well, it didn't really continue. It only just started. They're already gonna have to go to back to. I guess it was offside goal to open up the game, but no matter. In the neutral, fans are able to take it. The shoot is missed. It goes back the opposite way under the hands of the Bears, but no, the fans are gonna recover it. On a turnover, looking to try to get it out of their own zone, and they do try to advance it, and they're just gonna have to take the clear. And I can definitely tell why this is one of the harder kinds of sports to commentate. Because there's constant action going on a constant. Phantoms are already looking, and that's gonna be saved by Stevenson. Yeah, that's a throwback. The Bears are wearing either that's their default road or that's their throwback. Higby is his 21-day window. So he could realistically be in a championship game if they make it that far for the Rams. Funny how we get news at a time like this, and we do get nothing waved off. Puck is still getting moved around like there's some sort of or speed being put into those skates. Oh, the puck is faster than the skaters. Might I add? Case in point, it just got shot all the way down to the opposite end. Fans have it. And they couldn't get it in. It just gets sent away for a clear. Phantoms are looking. Shot is missed. And we're going to get our first goal of the game. And guess what? It's going to end up going to the Phantoms who managed to get in. And it's going to Peterson, who scores the first. Phantoms strike first. And as I said, this goalie contest is going to be a mid-off. Lane Peterson able to squeak it into the net. And that's his 10th goal of the season, too. I'll still keep track of some other notable scores. Probably be now that I have a better means of keeping track of stuff. Probably be a good idea if I make use of these variety of means where I can keep check of scores however I can. Didn't think much of it, but now I'm thinking of it now. Any way helps, right? Apparently, Thomas Hurdle scored a goal. Yay! Yay for Thomas Hurdle! Also, don't worry about that. I just needed to make sure I had a means here. I'm trying to do some things here. Oh, lovely! Cameras! Oh, lovely. Hello? Hello? Well, I'm getting a mic through a different mic. Well, apparently, I like how I'm doing things here. Don't worry. But don't worry, we'll be back functioning properly. Mic changes. The mic change stuff goes on. Let me refresh the webcam here. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to make use of what stuff I could make use of here. Try. Let me see if I can make use of some memes here. So I should be able. So if I'm not mistaken, I should be able to properly keep track of this particular game on a website here. So we'll see if this approach works out a little better. Frees up a hand, that's for sure. Also gives me some better depth. Noticing. Be, be keeping check. And speaking of Pirates Lions, they just had their first match of the series today. Lions just won 3-1. Mariners and Thunder is underway as well. What a lovely thing to think about. Right? Lovely thing to think about, ain't it? But we haven't had any penalties called yet. Just keep track of the main things as possible and hope for a different result each time. Why not? It's always good to see, ain't it? And there's another goal scored right then and there for the Phantoms. Stevenson's already feeling the pressure right here. He's already given up 2 in a given period. Such as the way things go. And it's Lane Peterson again, who manages to get into the net. Man, This is not what Stevenson was hoping for. Actually, should leave that on in case there's a goalie change. Because it could happen. Stevenson is really feeling some heat on himself. He's really feeling it right now. It's pretty crazy to think. Just crazy. Just crazy to think how much a game can change like this. Just crazy how much something can change. That one almost went in again. Oh, there's the save right there. That one almost went in, but nope. They almost got through, but the Bears couldn't do it. And I think they're gonna call their first penalty, or is that gonna be an icing? No, just an icing. I don't think I ever seen an icing call up to that point. And it's amazing to me how these teams can pull some of this stuff off. They're just going intermissions, yeah, like so. Just got everyone. Fairy got to talking about like the seventh gen of consoles, like PS3 was the most overpriced. Like it's like It's like PS3, overpriced, made for a good Blu-ray player. Oops, we have to lower the price to boost sales. We couldn't maintain any games. Xbox 360 cheaper, but had a issue at launch that had to be rectified in later editions. Nintendo appeal to the family. Can't stay consistent with how they handle the internet. Oops. Stuff like icing. They almost go in. I think it almost went in, but it couldn't. There's been craziness across the board. Craziness, craziness, and more craziness. Trying to keep track of as many things as possible, but still. Oh man. Biggest losers of 2025. Number 10, Wolverhampton. Man. Man, who would have thought that the Wolves would end up making the or that in the list. It's funny how some of these titles go. Just saved. So a lot of time rolling down. Just a lot of crazy stuff. But time runs down. Not a single penalty called. They're just letting them play. 2 goals in one period. Just crazy to think. Before the period came to an end, but no. Apparently I'm lovely. Issues. Maybe it's because you. No, it can't be because of you. I'll try anyway. I think. Yeah, we definitely got some issues here. I thought I had them sorted out. I thought I had these issues sorted out already. I thought I had. Apparently not. Sometimes I wonder what goes on. But at least it's sorted out for now, I think. Jeez. Just hold on. Apparently some stuff is going on out there. Let me check. Okay, so apparently apparently I'm gonna end up having some New Year's pizza while I'm doing this. Yeah, some New Year's pizza. And I'm trying to organize some things, trying to get myself set up properly for this. No easy way for me to do so. Having to borrow a table here. I'll be sure to go. Eating on the job. Oh, ever thought about that kind of concept before? No. What happens time and time again? And I'll be back again. Try to get me some food. You better. No, hold on. You better stay out of this stuff, Rena. Yeah, I saw you come in here. I know you're in here. You better stay out of trouble. Alrighty, we're back. So it is still intermission period here. I got me a little bit of food here. Pizza and breadsticks to celebrate New Year. Why not? Why not? Well, it's crazy bread, but it's Little Caesars. Or that's what they call it. But it's still kind of like breadsticks. So I'm gonna stop me from watching this game here. Oh yeah, anybody wondering what this shirt says? I actually got a picture of what it says. Every snack you make, every meal you bake, every bite you take, I'll be watching you. It's mainly because how Farina is. How you about my food? Now I gotta keep an eye on Blair because he might start doing the same thing. No clue. It was kind of shitting against your pull. Also, Little Caesars is better than Papa John's. I don't care what you think about Papa John's. Domino's is also better than Papa John's. Pizza Hut is also better than Papa John's. I'm sure I can think of some other pizza places that are better. Turn that down a little bit. I think it's not picking up much. I think. Eh, oh, that is a fun. That is so funny here. Trevon Diggs gets dropped by the Cowboys and he gets claimed by the Packers. Trevon Diggs man to go up north. They secure a trade for Micah Parsons before the start of the season, and now they get to pick Trayvon Diggs after he got released. What a classic! What a classic! And they're back for the second period, by the way. Trayvon is going to the playoffs. How about that? How about them Cowboys? Man, I love hilarious laughter like that. So funny. That's just so hilarious. It's just so hilarious. You can't make this up. You just can't. You really can't. Man, they almost led to a penalty. Maybe icing. I swear you just can't make that stuff up. Trayvon Diggs is released by the Cowboys, and then he gets picked up by the Packers. Sure, why not? And it looks like Lane Peterson is actually going to be sent to the penalty box for a hooking call. That didn't look much like a hooking. Wow. So the Bears on my power play. And I'm surprised that a goal hasn't been allowed by. I'm surprised that goal hasn't been allowed by Kolosov. Guess he must want to prove himself again. Or maybe he's actually managed to get a little bit of help for once. Oh, Pennsylvania. Again. It's like 3 teams in Pennsylvania, I think. And it looks like that might end up doing it for the penalty. And yeah, they're not going to be able to do anything on this power play. So the fans are going to be back at full strength. As play continues on. I still can't get over that. The damn Cowboys. Keep having issues. 2 players they lost to the Packers. In the same season. How crazy is that? Just so crazy to think. And that's going to face off. And there was some extracurricular at a certain spot. Like, oh man, we're going to get ourselves a fight here. We got ourselves a fight. I wonder if it's the same dude that nearly went at it earlier. That's right. They just agreed right on the face off. Sam Bennett and Garrett Wilson trading blows. Oh, they're gonna have 5 minutes in there. I forgot to add the thing onto here. I wish I could start. I want to start doing that for every fight there is. We have got beef, motherfuckers. I wish I could start doing that. Alone for fun. I'll get that sorted out as soon as the stream's over, so I can have it ready for Friday. Or we're probably gonna need it for Sunday too, because well, we got a division rivalry. Why did that actually went in? Would have been crazy, wouldn't it? I still find it funny about the whole Trayvon Diggs thing. They're just gonna let him play. More misses galore. As deflected. And it'll be a media timeout. And just it's still too hilarious. It's just funny. Just some of this is just way too funny. Pairing with Temptation is about to release a new single. Huh. Must be time for a new album. Oh, are you a reject of the Cowboys? Come on down, we'll give you a tryout. You might even make the team. That's crazy. Well, I'm not talking too much. I'm trying to finish the pizza here. Man, I almost went in. And that might be a penalty. All right, I got two on each side. They got Brett Leeson for roughing and Christian Cairo for interference. So it's gonna be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes. It's just so funny. Just funny to see how some of this stuff turns out. Yeah, you rejected Cowboys. Come on down to Green Bay. We'll be sure to treat you much nicer. We take all kinds of rejects down here. Come on in. The water's fun. We're gonna get losing in the wild card round. It's just funny to think of how those conversations go down. Someone could have gone in, but they wouldn't. Oh, it's still inbound. Still in zone. But now it's just turned over. And this 4-on-4. It's just gonna come to an end. Both teams are gonna be back at full strength. No shots, and that's gonna be another penalty. That also came loose, so maybe that's why they signaled it dead. Okay, it was only because the net came off. No penalty. Fair enough. Time winds down. Just a lot of craziness that went on already today. Now the fans want another chance to get into the net. They'll be saved. And they're gonna go to media timeout. So now's my chance to go get myself something to drink. Whew. Alrighty, I'm back. Didn't take long. Just need to get myself something to drink to help. Those were some big slices of pizza. I'll be sure to clean up once this game goes into second intermission. Ooh. Man, I'm already full. Did I say ALL? No matter. Y'all know what this is. Just pretend it's an H. Not gonna matter much. And another save. And we got some. We had one player get knocked down and some players mouthing at each other. Okay, nobody went in the box. And both sides haven't been able to score in this period. Defense has been holding sturdy. Yeah, just had to make sure it was still alive. Sorry about that. Just crazy how some of this stuff goes down. Time keeps ticking and ticking and ticking. That puck went behind the net. Remember, the only team that's had that power play was the Hershey Bears. We have 4-on-4 and we have Bears power play, but we haven't had Phantoms power play yet. So keep an eye out for if that happens. And now we're getting a penalty. Oof. That's what they're calling. So it's gonna be a power play for the Phantoms. For a holding call against Eric Matejko. No slashing, a holding. Yeah, they're calling it. They called it holding. Just too funny. It's just too funny in either circumstances. And that is gonna be a face off. Safe. And tumbled right down. Like so. That the puck they can't seem to get the puck in this period. Your side can. We got two from Pearson in the first period, but that was about it. Saying it's like the goalie woke it's like Stevenson woke up or something. One last chance on the power play for the Phantoms. They try to set it up, but it's broken. And it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so. It's back to full strength for the Bears. And time ticks down, and ticks down, and ticks down. And it's just been a lot back and forth with nothing to show for it. And that ball's empty. The buffers keep buffering as the Phantoms with the puck turn it over from some bad passing. And I think that's gonna be no. They're just gonna let it slide. The Bears have to regroup entering the final minute. and they're gonna call offsides. That was almost. They almost called that one a penalty. I'm surprised it wasn't. And it's just nothing being generated for either side right now. Lamar Jackson was a full participant in practice, so that's a good sign for him to potentially play on Sunday Night Football. When it's for all the marbles. All the marbles. And that's it for the second period. We got 20 more minutes of hockey left. When they come back on the ice in about maybe, what, like 18 minutes? So I got time to clean up. We'll be back. I want to know what goes on in Jerry's head. Like, what in there makes him think that he's the best GM the Cowboys could ever have? What is it? I just really don't get it. I just really don't get it. Main thing I want to know. There has to be something that goes on in Jerry's mind that makes him think he's the best GM for the Cowboys. There has to be. And by the way, this is going to be the last stream involving this tree here. Potentially. Either this stream or the Friday stream will be the last one with it. Because it's gone afterwards. It is gone. Because Christmas be over. Holidays be over. Gotta pack everything away for next time. January cleanup. New Year's cleanup. Time for your New Year's cleanup, everybody. It's time to pack everything away and go home. Pack it up, boys. Pack it up. Just crazy to think. Just pretty much been in intermission here. Trying to do stuff here. But I still would like to know what goes on in Jerry's head. There has to be something that goes on in his head that makes him think some of these ideas are even good. But yeah, it feels like there has been some interesting things that have gone on as of late. Let me see if there's anything noteworthy going on in some of these games. Let's see. Mariners and Adirondack are tied at one apiece. Admirals trail the Royals in a 1-0 game. What about the AHL? Rockets and Senators are in the third period, tied at 2 apiece. Birds and Bruins. The Birds lead the Bruins 3-1. Islanders lead against the Wolfpack 2-0 after 2 periods. I don't know if there's anything basketball related going on either. Not sure. But there hasn't been any goalie changes. So it hasn't gotten that out of hand. It was a scoreless second period here. Down, 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 down. I'm sure this final period play will go on just fine. Tuh. That's pretty funny. Somebody sees it. But yeah, I'll see what I can think of. For anything basketball related, there's no guarantee I'll have something sorted out. And I'll pay attention to the soccer schedule for the MLS to see when that goes on. I'll probably do something similar. I'll probably do something similar to what I do with the NFL and just pick whatever games I want to cover. Which will most likely be games played in the East. Because Lordy knows I'm going to be up late for a Western game. But we are officially in the third period. Final 20 minutes of hockey. Right here. In front of the crowds that are probably chanting, "Hey, this goalie on the enemy team sucks." Like, no, wait, that's pretty much mostly Southern ECHL stuff. There's probably still some that do it in the AHL, to be honest. Depends on traditions they're set up, okay? They all have to follow their own mindsets and their own minds. They can do stuff. Mm. Things have definitely simmered down as of late in this game. Definitely shows how much of a mid off the goalie tending is. Then again, Kolosov hasn't exactly allowed a single goal. I'm still trying to keep an eye on stuff here. They banned Bam and across the ice. Hmm. Struggles from previous periods continue. And there's going to be a penalty called. This is against the Bears. And that's interference. Yeah. Another power play opportunity for the Phantoms. And Yeah, that one is a little more clear cut. Just crazy to think. The only person that's actually been able to score a goal is Lane Peterson. Or anybody for that matter. Of all the people. But that's how roles seem to work at times. But the fans haven't been able to do anything on the power play at this point. Well then. So yeah, I think I forgot to do this, but penalty ended. Just funny. So that interference call for earlier, by the way, was on John McDonald. Wanna go to McDonald's? Yeah, had to. And here's the Phantoms. Miss wide. Man, nobody is able to score at this point. It's funny how some of this stuff turns out. So yeah, that's right. Everybody playing today are playing their final games of the year. After this, everybody will go home to their families. And boom. Um, did somebody not do their job? I'm supposed to be seeing a feed, but you're blocking something right now. Okay. Um. Hey, camera operator. Can we get somebody to get that off the screen? I can't see. Can't see what's going on in the action, you dingus. Get rid of the thing. Jeez. Didn't think they would be causing those kinds of issues. Well, now I can see it. Make sure it's actually at that point this time next time, okay? Look at him, is ain't they notable like a penalty or a goal over there. Stupidity. I hate when broadcasters prematurely do stuff like that. That's ace. Everyone's saying their New Year's when they hit the New Year. Telling you every hour is gonna happen. Nobody's able to get anything going. Hard for me to commentate when that happens. Yeah, I think they might call a penalty. I think. Maybe not. But they are gonna whistle it dead. I think they were trying to make an argument for boarding. Yeah, now that's your timing. Yeah, I think they were trying to get a boarding call out of that. And they do actually get penalties in. There are penalties called. Sam Benton, once again involved, gets a roughing penalty. And Alexis Gendron is going to get called for it, for roughing as well. So there's one on each side. And there's the exchange. Yep, checks out. 4 on each. Gendron didn't appreciate what happened. Remember, I don't know how rules work for fighting, but Ben's already gotten into one fight. If they have a similar rule as far as the fighting, Ben could be ejected if he gets in a second. So you need to be careful. But it's 4 on 4. Shot is wide there too. You're going to keep an eye out for if anybody manages to capitalize. That almost went in, but it doesn't. And the Bears can't even get it through. Now there'll be a chance for the Phantoms. Shot is stopped, but blocked. Or maybe wide. Who even knows at this point? And that's it for the 4 on 4. And we're going to get a stoppage here. Is that safe? The shots are flying. That much for sure. Anna's not gonna get in there. There they keep. There have been close calls in this period. And it's turned over there. Phantom's looking to try to do something they can. They got sell for clears. Still trying to keep track of stuff. As much stuff as they can. Phantom trying to look for the strike. Can't, it's gonna be deflected. Phantoms are still looking to extend the lead, and Bears still have yet to get on the board. There's a chance they may not even get on the board at all. We had the 2 goals in the first period and nothing else. This is going all the way back to the Phantom Zone for icing. Well, they got called an icing. They're going all the way back to the Phantom Zone. Oh, for the face-off. Bears have yet to get a single shot into the net for any points. Well, for any goals, that is. And time running thin. And with the time running thin, that shot all the way down. That's an icing. So we got 5 minutes left in the game. 5 minutes. Don't tell me it's gonna happen now. Oh no, that was just a temporary freeze. Aaron clock operator ain't doing its job now. I know that there's not much time left anyway. Oh, they did 4:45 left. Third, gonna go on their final media timeout. This is this is probably one of the more boring games I've ever had to deal with. There have been goals. I just now saw that there have actually been goals. Just that the Phantoms have scored 2 of them, and they were both in the first period. This is on pace to be a shutout. The Bears have yet to score. Been saying for a while they haven't been able to just get in the net. Figured figured to be more like back and forth shooting for like a good portion of it, but I guess not. One goalie just showed up, while the other one didn't. That's why I took a look at it. It's just crazy. Dude, it's like one of those games where the scoring fireworks were all in the first period, and there were some fireworks in the second with penalties, but this has been rather tame. So, not much of a showcase. Not much of a showcase. It's crazy. And it makes it not a good watch sometimes. For a division rivalry, for geographical rivalries, it's been really tame. Very tame. And there's another icing call. 3:49 left in the period. But yeah, barring anything crazy, this is likely going to be the end result. They're saying there's an empty net for the Bears. Is that what I heard? I do see 6 men. But yeah, empty net. Just wide for an icing. Bears are desperate to get some goals in. Try and force overtime. Oh yeah, I can see the goalie change stuff. I'll have to start paying more attention. That's why I like this being more detail. And there they're trying. There's there they're trying to get the puck out of their own zone, try to prevent any more goals from occurring on their own net. But that will be clear. Apparently, the ref may have been bumped. They're really trying to make sure to get some goals to force overtime. They're really trying here. That one is deflected. Kept in bounds in the zone. Another shot. So much crazy action going on here. That's gonna be off the net, I think, or is it in the hands of the goalie? So the Bears are still gonna have the extra attacker with a minute 50 left to go. Just been it's gonna be one of those games where the Bears just had no answers. That puck was wide, but it is enough for a clear. Time continues to wind down. They're still trying to get in the net, but they won't have much. They don't have a lot of time to do it. It's running very short as they're entering the final minute. That's gonna be wide there. It's gonna be an icing. So they'll still Bears will still have the extra man, the extra attacker. And that is another wide one. And they're just gonna let it go on. Bears are trying, but no, that is gonna go straight into the empty net. That's it for the. That is pretty much gonna seal this game right there. As that is an empty net goal for Maxence Gwinnett. That's goal number 3 for the Phantoms, and that's it. Pretty much gonna do it. That's pretty much the game sealed right there. Bears just had no answers. No answers. That's it. And that's pretty much where this game is gonna end. No chance. Chance to come back at this point. That's where It ends in regulation. And that is going to make this a 3-0 shutout win for the Phantoms as the Hershey Bears fall to 500. That's it. Game's the game. You better believe having a shutout is probably going to land in the top 3 start of the game. Aim for Kolosov. That's just going to do it. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this one. Enjoy your new year. And until next time, be sure to travel safely.